today I'm sharing with you some reasons why you may reconsider moving to Camas, Washington. Hey, welcome back to the Living in Vancouver and Camas, Washington YouTube channel. I'm your host, Hannah Dubyne, and welcome back to our channel. Today we are talking about a subject that's maybe not quite as fun, not quite as exciting. I usually am excited that you guys are here, but today I'm a little bit more somber because I'm talking about some reasons why you might reconsider moving to Camas. I know it's such a stereotype for realtors. I'm a realtor, by the way, if you didn't know, to only share the positive things. They only share the positive things about buying or selling. It's always a good time to buy. It's always a good time to sell. It's always a great area. So I always want to be transparent. That's how I run my business. And today I want to share with you some cons, some negative aspects of Camas, Washington. Now, just to be clear, because I know this is going to reach people who live locally in Camas, I don't hate Camas. I live in Camas, and right now I'm sitting in my office, my headquarters here in Camas, and I invest personally in development here in Camas. I think overall it's a wonderful, wonderful place to live. However, no place is without its faults. Everywhere, no matter how amazing, has some setbacks. So today there's 5 that I want to share with you. The first one is that the schools can be too competitive. Now, as a realtor, I have certain things that I can and cannot say about schools. I can't really inject my personal opinion here. I am speaking about this from the perspective of what I hear from the public. I have heard from a handful of people personally that they tried to get in Camas, and Camas School District now, it's gotten a good reputation of being a great school district. So it's gotten this influx of really high talent kids that are doing great in their academics, kids that are extremely athletic. And so it's making it very hyper competitive. If you're not getting straight A's, then you may feel like you're left out a little bit. Is the feedback I've heard from some people. And those people have gone a little bit east. They've gone to Washougal School District, and they said, yeah, we felt like it was a little bit more of a balance over there. They focused on extracurriculars and music and sports, and there was a little bit more room for kids to get in sports there in Camas. If you're not the best of the best, you're gonna get cut off the team in high school. You're not gonna have that opportunity. So they felt like they went to Washougal and they just got a little bit of a better mix. Overall, the Camas School District is rated very high by all the rating gods or whoever rates schools every year. Every year the test scores are high, etc. But if you have a child that maybe doesn't always get the best grades and they easily feel left out, or that might not be the best learning environment for them, you might want to consider a different school district. The second thing I want to share with you today is the well water contamination. So this came out not that long ago. It was April 2022, which as of right now is about a year and a half ago. They've got testing samples from that well. It was well 13, and it came back high on the scale for PFAS. PFAS is a chemical, they call it a forever chemical, something that can never go away. And that's bad. We don't like chemicals in our water. So they did send out notices to everyone. I got one in the mail, and it's on their website if you look for it. However, it hasn't been a massive topic of discussion. And just to be clear, well 13 is close to the paper mill. Oh, lo and behold, it's close to the paper mill and it's contaminated. And it definitely does not service all of Camas. I don't know what part of Camas specifically it services, how far that radius goes out. You're welcome to do your own research, but it is just one of the wells that provides water for the city. They said that this well is contaminated and they don't necessarily know where it's coming from. I mean, it's really close to the paper mill. So a paper mill that has been running for over 150 years, yes, there is contamination in the soil, and I'm sure that has gotten through to the well, and that is unfortunate. If you are living in that area, if you are going to be serviced by that well, the best thing for you to do would be to drink water from the store or to get a filter. You can pretty easily get filters for like $50 to $75 that will filter out the PFAS and make your water taste better. The third thing I want to talk about today is that home prices are out of control in Camas. Home prices are of course always relative, but I want to share with you the stats today. So as of the day of me filming this, I pulled the median sales prices over the last 3 months. It's looking like $7.99 in Camas. In Vancouver, right next door, it's $5.63. And then in all of Clark County, it's $5.25. $799 versus $525 for the entire county. That's like a 50% difference. You have to be definitely making in the six figures to afford a mortgage with that kind of sale price. I'm not really sure what more to say about this one because it's such a desirable place to live overall because of all the other factors. I've made so many videos on this, you guys already know. It's green, people like the schools, it's got a great community, it's close to everything, it's just got this great reputation. That naturally is gonna drive up the prices. People love that when they resale, but in order to buy and get in, it's really difficult, and it's definitely squeezing our more lower income families. So hopefully we're gonna be able to build some more affordable housing in the North Shore development area. One last note on that. I get a lot of people that reach out, they're looking to relocate to this area, and they think that Camas is the only great spot to live, and they really focus on that, and they're like kind of beaten down because maybe they can't afford the price tag for what they want in Camas. Just know that there's so many other wonderful areas to live in Clark County, so please don't feel like just because that is the highest price tag, the most quote-unquote desirable area right now, that's the only spot you can live. The fourth thing I want to talk about is the lingering health effects of the paper mill. As you all likely know at this point, the paper mill has been running for many years, and it is still in operation. It's not an operation like it used to be. There's not thousands of workers making paper every day. There's like, I think less than 150 or 130 approximately. And we hope that they will shut down eventually. Honestly, we're not gonna be able to make paper products forever. We are going to a digital society. However, back in the day when it started, before regulations, there was a lot of chemicals that got pumped into the ground, into the air. The chemicals that are in the ground, how are we getting this out? What kind of money is it going to take to do a cleanup job if the mill ever did shut down and it sold, and Camas bought it, and we were just to go in and completely redo it? It's going to take many hundreds of millions of dollars, I would assume these days, right? So I get the question sometimes, Hannah, what about the paper mill in Camas? Is it going to be bad for my health? Of course, you can do your own research at the end of the day. What I'll share with you is I live and work in Camas, and 27,000 other people do as well. If you're right next to the mill and you're in a spot where the smoke can blow into your house, that's probably a little close, right? But if you're a mile or two or whatever away, I think you're just fine. We just need to be cognizant that if you're rolling around down there by the mill all the time, you're hanging out at the parks that are right by it, there is probably going to be some lingering chemicals. The last thing I want to talk about today is the potential stuck-up stigma of Camas. Now, this kind of comes with the territory of being the most expensive neighborhood, the most expensive city in the county. We are kind of like the 𝐂𝐬𝐠𝐡𝐨𝐶 of Portland area, except over here on the other side of the river, we're in Washington. And so Camas is really our quote-unquote nice place to live, but it can come with that stigma. Right now, household income in Camas is about double what it is in Vancouver. No doubt people are making more money in Camas. A lot of my clients, they're making multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in income. My hope for the world is that no matter what you're making, you're still a kind human, you're humble, you're gracious, right? That's like what I want to embody as a person. But just realize it can come with the tag of, yes, I live in Camas, even if you're not that way. I hope this video was helpful to you in exploring some of the cons of Camas. Overall, it's a really wonderful place to live. I have invested my time, my energy, my money, my entire business into this city. I live here. It's really wonderful in my opinion, but I did just want to be transparent and share some of those cons with you guys as well. If you do feel so compelled to still move to Camas or Vancouver, anywhere in Clark County, myself and my team at Dubyne Realty Group, we'd really love to serve you. So you can email us, you can DM us on Instagram, you can send us a text, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.